Well, what's going on, guys? Yeah, I'm having those kind of days myself. It's 3:01 in the afternoon Pacific Standard Time. It's still the 5th of June, 2023. Yeah, this is the diary of the griever named John Weaver, which is me. Um, uh, I'm having an issue in conniptions on this one. There was a posting on Facebook of how someone could try to get past relatives, siblings, dealing with their own anger and unable to understand why they're angry, except they all lost a loved one. And how do you deal? How do you cope with it? How are you supposed to cope with it? And I had to tell them my own story at this point over here, but it kind of put me back also on something I had to keep thinking about every so often. If you guys been watching the channels, you also know I'm a college student. I got my college teddy bear in there buried in there somewhere. I've got a couple of bags hanging up right by the clock that says Antelope Valley College. It's a junior college, but you know it's a community college, and I've been going to this thing for several years, two classes at a time, and struggling each way. And you guys also know, you know, I screwed up 2 years when I got out of high school because I really wasn't ready for it. I mean, there was a lot of things I wasn't ready for, in every which way, shape, or form. But Ma was insisting, and I thought I could, but I didn't, and I couldn't. I should have, but I didn't. So she forced an option of either becoming homeless, or she wanted me to become homeless, or work my ass off full time. And I did it for 30 years just to keep the basic necessities and myself at home. I mean, I could have left, but home was home. Home was safety, security, love, everything that I sure as hell didn't want to be separated from. Despite all the setbacks and things going on with my brother and me and Ma, I stayed home and hoped we had become tight, and we had. And then there was the day that Ma left, and I couldn't deal with it. Dad was warning me, my big brother. You see the picture on the cabinet behind me. That was 2002. That was at a fair, Los Angeles County Fair. The only the only portrait we took of ourselves. And I'm saving that electronically like crazy. And there are certain other portraits that I saved somewhere around here that meant everything to me. But there are a few pictures that we have together throughout the ages, different times. But I like that one better. I got so many of them posted on my same Facebook page. When Ma died, my world died, and my brother and I were struggling like crazy because he's firstborn, and his world also collapsed. So it was very difficult for us dealing with our own grief and our own pain with each other. And how the hell we're supposed to be able to deal with that, we did not know, but we worked on it. We did. We hid from the damn thing. You kidding me? We went to support group meetings of sorts. My brother was a recovering alcoholic. So was I. And we went to meetings, and they kept telling us to get out of our head, get in the service of others. That way we didn't have to deal with the grief. We didn't have to deal with the pain or anything else. We just kept working and going through it. It's the same damn shit I had to do all my life. They kept telling me to walk it off. You're a big boy. You had to walk through the damn pain. But we're talking about the loss of your own mother, not talking about aunts that mean a thing, uncles that mean a great deal, cousins, friends, dogs, let alone a grandmother that really took out my mother, but she had to hold it together and really have her personality change sometimes. And it was hard for her to deal with it. But the things my brother and I hadn't tried doing to each other was trying to yell or be angry at each other because we realized we had to hold on to each other. I mean, we really had to hold on to each other. We tried to hold on to other friends, but they didn't. I guess it didn't help because they didn't understand our pain, our loss, and what we went through each other. So, and even some of the other cousins, the nephews, the nieces, or any surviving family members, really understood unless they actually walked through the damn thing. And even if they did, they never talked to us about it, even if some of them were of the academia who got lettered. Try to help people out with their own problems, but well, when it comes out for family, each of us is different, personal, unique, and we also hold a hell of a lot more than what we realized. A lot more uglier packages. We had a hell of a. We had a hard time trying to express anything positive. All we could do is snip and snipe at each other. We see a relationship bridge, it's nuked. How do you rebuild a bridge on radioactive ashes? I'm not sure I can anymore. Even if I happen to be the one caused the damn pain to begin with, or major contributor to it. I still had to accept responsibility for my own stupidity and my own mouth. I tried to make apologize and amends, but it goes in one ear out the other ear. So I'm like, yeah, I really nuked it this time. Nobody gives a shit. And the problem is, I'm not quite sure if I said the right advice to this person or not. Because I also understand how holding on to grief and pain and misconceptions are and how much they can flourish. Man, how many times we can keep trying to say we're sorry for what we said or done doesn't matter. We learned our lessons a long time ago on how to handle grief and pain, which is not to deal with it at all or turn it into something other ugly. There was never a right or correct or proper procedure. There was nothing written down or anywhere to help us through this. We had to work through it and muddle through it. And if I could make amends to them all, I would. Sorry just doesn't cut it. I don't know how to make a bridge without radioactivity in it anymore. So unfortunately, it's drifted away. And I have to work on personal survival. I have to work on me. I have to work on my memories and my feelings and my thoughts. I have to put them down on recordings all the time, audio recordings constantly. I'm chewing up gigabytes, damn near terabyte levels. I'm doing videos like this, posting them on YouTube, almost terabyte level, or a tera gig. Something of a legacy to leave behind. It's not that I'm pointing a finger at people and say it's all their fault and I'm blaming them for everything else. No, 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 no. The thing is, this had been a self-discovery option of mine that I had to be taken. There was no option. It was just it. And the more I kept recording my thoughts and feelings and everything else, I had to keep exploring why these things had happened, why there was a hell of a lot of anger and nuclear radiation in my relationships with bloodline and extended families and so-called friends out there. How I had to talk to people about this in this way. because there was no other way to talk to us or each other when these things happened, or even nobody was there to teach it to us because they didn't even know how to teach it to us. There's no handbook, there's no rules or regulations, there's no classes, there's no 16-week course you can go through a college system and expect to get a diploma out of the damn thing. There's no occupational therapy classes out there that you can actually sign up for and show a piece of paper saying, "Look, I got this piece of paper here. This is this thing." It's a day by day struggle. It's a minute by minute struggle when it comes down for our thoughts and our feelings and past reconciliations. While we're still trying to live and survive today, I keep putting myself in the third person or even worse. Screw it. Yeah, I just get sick and tired of that one. I'll tell you that much. I imagine we're all having the same issues. Now, I can tell you, I am no damn guru. I'm not an expert in anything. I'm still learning into this thing. I'm learning as I go along with life, growing older and growing decayed and decrepit and broken down piece of crap. And eventually I'll be turning into white in one of these containers over here. Bag full of ashes. Spread out in a pauper's grave. But before that happens, I'll turn my family into a cloud of dust and let the winds take care of them. My brother wanted to go to Texas. I'll have to send him to Texas. Let Texas have fun with him. Utah, that's a different story. She's going to be resettled in California, and so are the dogs. But how do I deal with me? How do I deal with my own damn thoughts and feelings about how to deal with life, how to deal with death? I've already been dealing with a hell of a long time. And folks been watching the channel. I've lived as a kid and died as a kid and came back to life. Wondered who and what the hell I am. I'm a broken down piece of old fart. 4 years old, 3 times up, 3 times back. Somebody upstairs wanted to save my ass for whatever reason, probably for my brother's reasons. He wrote a letter to the doctor saying, "Please, God, don't let my brother die." My mother held on to the letter. Somehow the doctor gave the letter to Ma. Ma held on to it for so many years, and after Ma passed away, my brother and I looked at the letter and cried our eyeballs out. That was a way of solidifying our existence with each other. And then when he died, that was it. My world crashed. My world collapsed. And I'm still struggling. Some people say you can outgrow your grief. I'm like, I haven't outgrown my grief. My grief gets the best of me at times. I got myself entrapped, physically and spiritually, in a cage. If I go outside and face the sunlight, it means I'm walking my dog out there, or I'm trying to make a grocery run for myself, or something. Parole myself into the sunlight. Parole myself into an environment that I can actually live and deal with, and learn how to live and grow. I haven't done that for myself. People said I probably need to get a hobby. You need to get out of yourself. You need to get out of yourself. Get out of yourself. Don't do this. You're turning yourself into the pot. You're turning it. Why are you doing this? Ah. I'm like, who the hell are you? Well, I'm your friend. Ah. Get out of here. I've been with you for so long. The hell you have. Backstab and leech? Get out of here. Don't keep telling me that I need to get out of my own damn pain. My own damn pain is my pain. And I still have to find a way to get the hell out of it. I can run and hide from the damn thing. It's still there. I can't tell these assholes enough. My pain is still there. Regardless of how many pills or potions or lotions or anything else that can shove down your throat or shove into a damn vein, just to screw up with the squishy brain in here, just to screw up the neurochemistry. It's in here, damn it, it's in the soul. It's in the soul. And there's nothing earthly can deal with the damn thing except, I don't know. I've been covering this damn thing for all my damn life, and now it won't shut off. When I lost a special friend and a surrogate mother right after her, and I lost a very special favorite dog of mine. And then I lost my big brother. 4 deaths in 10 years. You know how much of a soul ripper that is? I've lost people previous to that, and I tried to cover it up. And I didn't want to deal with it. I didn't want to deal with the pain or anybody else. There was no one else I could talk to about the damn thing. Nobody else was willing to talk to about it. Nobody else was willing to listen or deal with their own damn grieving and pain to tell me how they did it. Nobody. No one. I figure it's the most intimate, individual journey we're taking right now. And you think this damn thing is easy? I hear these dumbasses out there keep telling me I have to get out of myself. I have to get out of myself. You got to get into sunlight. You got to do this. You got to do it. I'm like, no, I don't. Unless I know what the hell's going on, unless I know how and where this pain's coming from, unless I can isolate certain things of the damn thing, don't tell me how I'm going to be dealing with myself. I don't tell you how to deal with you. You don't tell me how to deal with me. Unless you've already been through it, unless you already walked through the damn thing. And you survived it, but you say you're going to hide from it. And I'm going to tell you, it doesn't work. You can do anything and everything. You can work your asses off all your damn life. You go through all the things and you can laugh and smile your ass off. It's still there. They just don't choose or want to face the damn thing. It's the darkest and ugliest damn thing in their soul they can deal with besides their hatred and feeling. But no, this is a damaged portion of your psyche, of your soul. Someone that close to you ripped away, and you can't ignore that. Hell, all my dogs and all my pets were family members. The bipedals don't even talk to each other about how they're dealing with their own damn grief, except how to smile, laugh, and, I'm just doing okay. I'm like, bullshit. But I do the same damn thing because I'm embarrassed and scared to trust another human being to tell them exactly how it is. How are you doing today? Some days are better than others, and this day isn't one of them. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. And then I get into the self-defensive mechanism over here looking at him straight in the eye and says, are you really? Or are you just throwing me a bone at this point over here? Because right now, I don't want to hear about it. Well, that's not nice. I don't give a shit what's nice or not right now. My feelings are raw. My words are worse. I'm coping with pain that's tearing me apart. And I still have to deal with it. But I can't put moleskin on top of the damn thing and keep surviving and pretending that nothing's changed. Everything has changed. Personality has changed. Viewpoints have changed. Perspective, context. Everything in me has changed. I'm not looking for the quick fix. I'm in it for the long haul. I'm trying to push all this and sort through this muck and mire that I'm stuck in. Because somewhere in there it's going to make sense out of all this damn shit. You can only be like you think you're walking on top of everything else and nothing's going to affect you. Boy, you're in for it. Because you have to get it back into your soul. You have to understand things, why they happened. There's going to be a lot of things that I can't change. There's a lot of people that I can't make amends to. But there's a hell of a lot of grieving and there's a hell of a lot of memories and a hell of a lot of pain I still have to get through myself. And no chemical fix of any sort can get through it. Or for me, or as I keep hearing from everyone else, get over it. Look towards the future. I'm like, you dumb shit. And you keep saying, why? And you keep saying that to me. Let me have him put a clue in you. In order to have this perfect utopia that you're looking towards and trying to smile and keep your head faced that way as you're getting buried alive like the worm you are, back then, you were still in the same position, not ability. But you kept looking back from the point of your life starting. You were building one way or another. You were building steps. You were building cobblestone. You were building roads, bridges, buildings. You were building a city. And every so often you get into demolitions, trying to reinvent neighborhoods left and right, reinventing yourself inside, but you're still kind of growing a bit until something else nukes your ass, and then you have to start from scratch. And you got to plow into damn radioactivity and try to build something on top of it. But you understand that your pain and your grief and your guilt and anything else is that radioactivity is still leaking in. And you wonder how come you're feeling and thinking all these other kind of thoughts because you hadn't dealt with the damn radiation. You hadn't dealt with you hadn't dealt with the ugliness of what was going on, how it happened, why it happened. But you still have to keep building on. So you keep building on top of things. You keep growing and you keep going forward. You're building the cobblestones again to lead to more bridges and stuff like that. Not realizing that some of these cobblestones and bridges have the same radioactive material that you left behind, but you used it as the foundation to go forward. Your past is affecting your present, which is going to affect your future. And you wonder how come your future isn't so rosy and bright sometimes? Because it's the past you hadn't reconciled yet. And if you already reconciled it, then maybe you could feel a lot better. Maybe there's certain things that you can't reconcile. I know I haven't been able to. I haven't been able to reconcile a hell of a lot of things that I said are done to my family or to any of the living relatives. To the dead, there's nothing I can do for them except make prayers, and that's about it. And to some of those people that are still alive, if I want to, if I need to, I can't do it because I'm not allowed. Even though I happen to make the attempts, it seems like it's futile. Hell of a lot of radioactivity to deal with. And you wonder how come I glow at times. Who is this glowing person here? He's a man with a troubled past that got radioactified by certain things left and right that he's still been trying to reconcile with. Pain radiates. Grief radiates. Loss radiates. Regrets, mistakes, snafus, things you can't change. But you still have to reconcile the damn thing one way or another. And people probably look at me saying, well, you're looking at other things to find the cause of the problem. No, because I still have to have the problem. If I got radioactified, I got selected as the target. What was it about me that got targeted? What was it about me that caused all this damn shit in the first place in my life? Sometimes there's no reasons, no explanation. It just happens. You lose people in life. And sometimes they matter a damn because you invested a hell of a lot in that relationship, one way or another. You didn't even realize it until they're gone, and then you feel it. And then you regret it. See a little of the radioactivity right there, that part of it. Other people will be pissed off and they're wondering how come you weren't there to help them out or decisions. And what the hell you're going to be doing about it. It's like, how dare you You took away this, you took away that. If I can make amends, I could make amends, but if I can't make the amends, what do you want me to do? I want you to stay there and be radioactified. I want you to be there glowing like crazy. I don't want you to be internal pain because you can't deal with it, you can't handle it, and now you're going to be putting your shit on me. Well, I hate to tell you something, but I still got to look out for me at this point. I can't make the amends with you because you're so damn pissed off. You're so damn angry. And until we find a way to lower down the damn radioactivity levels between us, we ain't going to get anywhere. We're still going to carry those foundations with us into the future. So that each time your future generation realizes that they're getting sick for one reason or another, it's because of the primary reasons that happened back then. And that nobody ever bothered to take care of, or if they tried, nobody ever bothered to take care of it. If I'm going to use an ugly thing here, popped in my head was World War II in the Pacific. War was going badly for Japan. It was coming up on 1945. Europe was already getting a changeover. Europe has already had enough of it. But in the last few years of it, one country decided it was going to do whatever it took to stop this war by really becoming ugly. Otherwise, to stop them on an island chain, one who was going to be losing more and more. There was an ugly decision made, and turned out repercussions on both sides and throughout the generations to come. Not just the survivors of the radioactivity, as the ones who are benefiting it to this day. I'm not just talking about a massacre of people. I'm talking about using that technology, the radioactivity, and the principles made from it to what we're dealing with today in our time. And how the future generations depend upon what happened in one particular island nation that became sacrificial lambs. It was either killing them or have the one nation who was making its headway and developed a bomb was either that or was there another option? I discovered that in dealing with the past and dealing with what's been going on and trying to figure out if, ands, or buts and the what ifs, and there's a lot of them. What could have been, what should have been, what hasn't been, what never was. Finger pointing can still be done, but did it solve it? Did it solve the pain? Did it solve the anger? Did it solve the frustration? Is the blame the only thing left? And you're still putting up with the radioactivity. You're still increasing radioactivity. That's why every time I keep seeing these Facebook posts out there concerning about letting go of the past because it's going to hurt you. I've said, yeah, it's going to hurt you because it affects you in the future, you twit. You don't even see it. You're too damn blind from it. You don't even want to deal with the damn shit. You don't even realize there's a hell of a lot of radioactivity in your past at this point over here that still leaks out and touches you and affects you in future generations one way or another. Unless you realize what the hell's going on, unless you already made peace with it, make amends, something, cap the damn radioactivity so it doesn't turn itself into a damn bomb And then you're screwed. Because that emotional decision making process there has a way of ruining lives down the road without us realizing it. Or slowly poisoning us without us really. And we're having a hard time trying to understand that. I don't have to have a psychology degree of any sort to really start looking at it, because shorter time I've got left, I don't know if I'm going to be able to make any patchwork or not. The only hope maybe is if I can't make the patchwork, then I have to make a legacy. I have to make a log of it. A warning to the future. Don't end up like me. Decisions made in the past have a way of changing the future, and they don't even realize that shit. Be conscious of your day. Be conscious of your decisions. Be conscious of what's happening right now. They have a way of biting you in the ass down the road without you even realizing it. I was going to be writing something about graduations, but I think I'll do that in the next vid.